next.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Chargers. Season is hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 118 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. This is Hunt on the draw play. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A give right side now to Hunt. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. Has some space here. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big game that time for the Chargers.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Hunt. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and
Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. The tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further.
a 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when their body's on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
Herbert's throw taken in by Hawkinson here. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Herbert. We're going back to the same well. It's Hawkinson again. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. First carry for DeAndre Swift. Powering forward. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Herbert off of play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised him and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So pass interference, the call. That's going to set him up with a 1st down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
On 2nd and goal. Herbert to the goal line, but it's incomplete. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyler Boyd, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Now the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Open man, it's Preston Williams. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A carry here for Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Looking to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Here's Jack Fox now. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete.
This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to it.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Perez. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. Gets this quickly to Ingram. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 19.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the run, this is Hunt. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB. He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage, and that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They come out with one back and three tight ends. Hunt. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 9th touchdown this season. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Now the try here for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. Busts through the tackle. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st and 10, Herbert shoves him aside, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. He'll find Lindsey here.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now a give right side Swift. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing. rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They snap it to Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lindsey. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Herbert on 1st down now. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And the Lions are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. And, boy, that was a heavy set. Think they had 3 tight ends out there. The fullback, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they weren't trying to fool anybody at all, were they? There was none of this show you heavy set, bootleg it out. Nah. Big guys up front, hand it to the big guy in the backfield.
Now for the point after. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 4. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw here. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jack Fox now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch is taken here a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground.
And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. The Lions now are going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. Herbert throwing again. He'll air this one out for Boyd. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 9 now. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This is fielded at the 27. The Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Airing one out for Boyd. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big play there just before halftime. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Denver, and it's the Texans out in front as that one is just about to halftime. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. From there, we head down to the desert. Check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And you can see there, it's the visiting L.A. Rams who have the lead in that one. Cooper Kupp, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. The Chiefs had run off 9 straight wins to start the year, but a 10th was not in the cards as they fall for the first time. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions, and their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. So here are the Lions to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Herbert. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He completes it to Boyd. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On first down, it's Herbert. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
At his top speed, according to Next Gen Stats, well, really, it's ridiculous, impossible, whatever you want to call it, 22.6 miles per hour. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Lindsey. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert, he'll get this off to Swift. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Herbert He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
It's a gain of 6.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you could actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Swift. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Herbert back to the air. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. More from L.A. in a moment. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. Play action. It's Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Carl Lawson in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
Another try after the first down sack.
Herbert.
He'll find Lindsey here. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll run the draw here with Swift.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Pass incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Boyd.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Swift.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Here's Swift.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
DeAndre Swift.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. L.A. set to take over again on offense.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
2nd down and 3.
To number 88, a 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Hunt. Shoves him away. Fighting through it. He's got space. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8.
98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
They'll set up to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with a touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage. Probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is down to 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And Detroit back in possession of the football. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
On first down, Justin Herbert. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. But going back to the same well, it's Hockenson again.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They'll run on first down. Swift. And a solid run down inside the 30. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
He'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
The Lions on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Herbert on first down now.
He finds his man, complete. That's Boyd.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
They'll run right here with Swift.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now it's Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Paul. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Herbert.
Looking for Hawkinson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit.
T.J. Hawkinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Point after try forthcoming. And that makes it a 9-point game. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
A gain of a yard.
The Chargers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates.
After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence that they just get their assignments down, they get in sync with their runners, and off they went. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down.
Quickly to Hawkinson.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. To throw again on second down, Herbert.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walk the ball, his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
It's now third down and 9 yards to go.
52's the mark.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Touchdown, LA! A big play there. 82 yards.
And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Herbert.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The Lions on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Carl Lawson, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
Someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Oh, nice move. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
L.A. readies for its next possession. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one's incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Intended for number 84, incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. Touchdown, Chargers! Kareem Hunt, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
Into the end zone.
Blankenship out for the point after.
And the lead is up to 5. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Lions offense set to take over. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Herbert. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And picked up by the Chargers.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
The Chargers defense gearing up to take the field. They recovered the fumble last time. 3 turnovers for them in this game. They've been, that word opportunistic comes to mind, right?
Exactly right. And you know guys on defense, they say the turnovers. Offensive guys call them turnovers. We call them takeaways. We go get them. And that's exactly what they've done in this game.
The former DB making sure you know their takeaways on the defense.
Takeaways, man.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. A gain of 6 there on first. Throwing again on second down. Herbert. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. The Lions on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. Here it's 3rd and 3.
He'll get this off to Swift.
And down he'll go at the 25. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
On 1st down, it's Hunt, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This a 33-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So now the Lions down on the scoreboard. 1:45 to play. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down.
Throwing, Herbert. Lindsey on the receiving end.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Herbert going to throw.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to the final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And that is incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and really added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Possession switching back now to the Chargers.
And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chargers, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1.